Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is retired Lieutenant John Day from the New Jersey State Police. And I just want to talk about the incident with the military lieutenant officer that was stopped by the Virginia police officers. And before I get started, I just want to tell a little bit about myself briefly. I'm a retired lieutenant from the New Jersey State Police. I served 27 years. I did 10 years on the road, including New Jersey Turnpike for 2 years. And I did 17 years working in inner cities all over the state. And I have experienced high-risk stops on the Turnpike, high-risk stops on 295, 95. And I definitely dealt with high-risk individuals working in inner cities, such as Camden, Atlantic City, Trenton, New Jersey, Irvington, Newark, you have it. And in 27 years, I never pulled the trigger. I never shot anyone. And to see a routine traffic stop in Virginia and to see the way these officers, mainly the main officer, the coward, I just got to be straight up. I just got to be straight up with it. And I know some good white officers. I know some white officers would have handled that situation totally differently and professionally. But see the things that's going on across this country when it's dealing with blacks and white officers. I gotta keep it 100 with y'all. You white officers. Now I know it's some black officers out there with the same personality, same mentality. But what I'm seeing going across the country is dealing with black males, black females, and white officers. And what I'm seeing when I'm critiquing these videos that I see on TV, the bottom line is y'all are hiding behind your badge and y'all showing white superiority using the uniform. The uniform doesn't make you. You make the uniform. In New Jersey State Police, before you put on that uniform, even though New Jersey State Police had problems in the past and stuff like that, but they cleaning things up. They still working on things. And when I was out there, we had problems on it. But I discussed it. I discussed black and white issues with my squad when I was out there on the Turnpike. I wasn't one of them quiet house jokers getting along to get along. We had discussions on my squad. We had discussions when we had in-services with the state police. A lot of people didn't like it. White boys didn't like it. They ain't like my views, but they respect my views. Just like my coach used to say in college, hell, you can talk about me, just don't let me hear you. But I said that to save lives and to save jobs. And to see that routine traffic stop with that brother, that lieutenant at that gas station, he didn't pull over immediately because he know the climate is going on across the country. He pulled over in the littered area, just like I would tell my sons and my daughter, when you get pulled over in littered area. And if those cops would have came up, those coward cops would have came up and said, license and registration, and he would have gave him the credentials, and then you said, the reason why I stopped you is I don't see a plate on your car. Then the brother would have responded, well, I just purchased this car. I have a temporary plate on the back window. Simple. Simple. Oh, okay, my bad. I didn't see that. But I know when they walked up to the car, they had the flashlights going. They looked at the window. You look at everything. You look up there, you see the tag right there. But he was mad because the white cop was mad because that brother didn't pull over immediately. But he's not thinking about this brother thinking about his safety. We can't trust the cops as black men. Get that through your heads. It happened to me in 2020. No, I'm sorry, 2010. I pulled over to help someone, help a situation, and the white cop said, I don't need your fucking help. And I told him who I was. And we supposed to be brothers in blue. Now here it is, this young man who's a lieutenant in the Army, identified himself. He has on his military gear, and this white punk disregarded that. All he saw was a black man that he feared, and he wanted to show control because the brother showed more maturity and tried to de-escalate the situation better than he did. And him being professional provoked that coward white cop, made him more madder. We here but y'all are working to serve and protect everybody. This guy is serving and protecting the United States of America. But he has that white boy superior attitude. He don't care if a black man is wearing an army uniform or police uniform or anything, which that even shouldn't matter. Everybody should be treated in the right manner on a routine traffic stop. But that officer ego was in the way when he pulled over that brother and saw him with those lieutenant bars. He said he was in the service too. He probably was a private in the service. He probably never made it to the rank of sergeant. But when he saw that brother with those bars on, I believe that he was envious of that brother. And because he had that uniform on and that gun out, he wanted to show superiority, saying, I don't care who you was. The brother had his hands outside of the window saying, I'm afraid. You know, his response was, you should be afraid. And that's the problem with y'all white superiority attitudes, that y'all love seeing the fear in the black man. Y'all love that. Y'all love seeing the fear in the black man. Now your ass lost your job. You probably get a job in another county some damn where. But you got to remember, your kids, your grandkids gonna forever see that video and see you acting like an asshole. Just because that brother was black. You would not have treated that brother like that if he was a white officer with bars. And y'all cowards, stop coming to cars with your gun out automatically. It was a lit gas station. The same thing with the George Floyd situation. That 18-year-old boy walked up to the George Floyd car with no problems, not scared, explaining that he passed off a counterfeit $20 bill. But when the officers show up, they talk to the manager and all them first. The first thing he do is come up with his gun out, talking, show your fucking hands, show your, like, what is that? We got to do better than that. And y'all police departments, please, when y'all bet these guys to do these background investigations, talk to them. Do a true interview. Because evidently, these people it's in their minds that all black people are dangerous. It's automatic. Are y'all teaching that in the academy? Let's just be honest. Y'all are scared punk, scared white superiority attitude So anybody that's black, that's professional, that you saw that guy was a lieutenant, you got pissed off when you saw that. And we got to stop talking, making excuses. We had these black officers on TV. I don't know what the fuck they want to just get paid and continue to be on Fox News and CNN and all that bullshit. Tell the truth, them white boys are scared of us. That's the bottom line. Until we had the proper training and proper talk and be transparent to these coward white boys that's out there, things will never change. This shit been going on from the beginning. It's 2021, and these white boys still got the attitude that they can shoot any black man or black woman and then come up with an excuse that I was in fear for my life. Don't be a cop in the town. Go to South Dakota somewhere. When you work in the inner city dealing with black people and brown people, you got to be prepared to be able to be in contact with anybody. All these routine no tag, expired inspection sticker. Some bullshit. But all you gotta say, I was in fear for my life. Ain't no way in the hell that stop in Virginia with that lieutenant, you was in fear for your life. You just was embarrassed because you pulled over that brother that's serving his country and that was a lieutenant, and your punk ass probably was a corporal or something. And he was making sense, being intelligent, trying to de-escalate the situation, and you got madder instead of calming down. Like he said, could you calm down? Please, I'm in fear for my life. But your response is you should be scared because you was getting off. And then you got the audacity to mace the guy. And the way you maced him, that's the same thing happened to me. I'm trying to talk calm to the cops. Sir, you're a cop. I'm a cop. I'm not here to start trouble. I'm here to help. I know the guy that's having a party. He said, I don't need your fucking help. And then this partner gonna come and mace me. And they drug me in the street. And handcuffed and locked me up. And I was suspended. I was suspended for almost a year. While they continued to work. So I know the experience. I'm speaking out of experience. They didn't care about I had a mortgage to pay. They didn't care about my family, my wife. All he saw in that car was a black man that he ain't give a damn about. And when I told him who I was, that I was a detective in the New Jersey State Police, it made him madder. Because it was egg on his face. And instead of him de-escalating it, he wanted to show me with his white superiority that I'm in charge, nigga, and you just better move this truck. I don't care if you're here for help. And believe it or not, that man, when I was on patrol in uniform, used to back me up when I was in uniform. But because I was in plain clothes, I was another black man, another nigga in his face. He ain't look at me as a fellow officer. All he saw was a black man in the car. Let's keep it real, y'all. That's the way they look at us. He's using the N-word. That's what is on their mind during those stops. If you look at their body language and you listen to their voice and their tone, that's how they looking at us. I'm being transparent. And our brothers and sisters are being shot, maimed, and killed. And y'all know y'all wrong, and then y'all try to destroy our character. Oh, he had marijuana in his system. Oh, he had fentanyl in his system. He had... Cut the bullshit out. These white kids got opioid addiction and all this going on, and God bless them. I hope they get themselves together. But y'all baby that. Oh, they was on painkillers. They broke their leg back into playing sports and they never could get off. Okay, that's an excuse. But it's no excuse for us. Y'all try to do everything y'all can to tear us down. Knowing damn well that y'all are wrong. And for order to America to get better, we got to do better and be, like y'all said, be transparent. I'm being transparent today. Cause this shit got to stop. It's no way that man that lieutenant should have been talked to that way. But it's ego, y'all. Look in the mirror. It's ego. Those type of guys, they pretend to be tough, but they're not mentally tough. They probably never played sports. They probably got shoved in their locker when they was in high school. They probably never had a prom date. And then when they get that badge on their chest and that gun, then you Billy Badass. Y'all need to vet these cops. Do a thorough background investigation. But like I said, back in the day in the 80s, or the 90s, state police had their issues. But they tried to claim New Jersey State Police, but they working on it. And they have discussions. I had an all-white squad. And we worked in inner cities. They played basketball with the kids. We gave turkeys to elementary schools. We gave uniforms to elementary schools. Because I talked to my squad about racial issues. I never forget after we left elementary school after donating uniforms to the kids. A young man just got off the train, just got out of prison. He asked us for a couple of dollars so he can get something to eat. One of the young men on my squad, a white guy, pulled out a $50 bill and gave it to him. He said, I just want you to do me a favor. Before he gave that brother that $50 bill, he said, what? Keep your ass out of jail. And he said, thank you. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you. And you should have seen the look on that brother's face. And he probably never forget that. Because we talk. Brother, law enforcement officers, y'all gotta talk to the white guys. Y'all gotta have these discussions. Captains, lieutenants, colonels, directors, chiefs. Y'all gotta have these discussions. Now this brother in Minnesota, they got another problem with another shooting. We gotta talk, y'all. We gotta talk. And I'm just keeping it real. In order for us to save lives, and y'all to save your jobs and your pensions so y'all can provide for your wife and your husband and your children, instead of going to drinking bars talking about how many black folks you pulled over or how many people you arrested, how you made a black person do this and do that, getting off on that shit, go home and look in the mirror. Go home and look at your children. Come on, America. We got to do better. We got to do better. We got to do better. You are here to serve and protect. Let me read y'all the law enforcement oath of honor. On my honor, I would never betray my integrity, my character, or my public trust. I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions. Our actions. I will always maintain the highest ethical standards and uphold the values of my community and the agency I serve. value of my community and the agency that I serve. The uniform doesn't make you. You make the uniform. You have to have the mindset for all Americans. Red, yellow, black, or white. Like God said, we are all precious in his sight. So remember that when you go out on patrol. Whether red, yellow, black, or white, our citizens are precious in my sight. If you're a God-fearing man or woman in law enforcement, you're here to serve and protect our community and take every situation what it is. Because you stop a black man, it's not high risk. Calm down, relax. Stop listening to your fathers and your grandfathers and your great-grandfathers that used to be cops and in law enforcement and saying this is how you treat a nigga. Grow up, read books, interact with black people, brown people. I'm sick of this shit. Gonna shoot a boy because of inspection sticker or whatever. Oh, I thought I had my taser. The taser is yellow. You couldn't see the gun you had in your hand was black? Because y'all panic out. Let the kid go. Let him go. You got his license, registration, and tag. But y'all gotta win. You gotta win. You gotta win. You gotta win. This black dude ain't gonna get away from me. We gotta win. For a damn expired sticker, inspection sticker. Think about that shit. All them cops out there. You hollering, taser, taser, taser. You can see on the film, you got a black gun in your hand. The taser handle was yellow. Come on, y'all. Come on. Stop being a cop because of the pension and all this and that. Be a cop to protect and serve. Okay? And if y'all want to learn something, I hate to say it, but this book right here teaches you about cultural differences. This is my book. Memoirs of Retired Lieutenant John Day. I'm built on every mistake I ever made. Get this book. So on lieutenantjohnday.com. If you really care about your community, if you really care, and learn about cultural differences and how I handle implicit bias and straight racism on my job, and how I handled it, and how I educated people with different opinions about their culture and my culture. And just respect. If you happen to be Italian, you happen to be Hungarian, you happen to be Irish, I'm happy to be a black man. Respect our culture. I hope y'all learn from this. You can be pissed off all you want, but listen to it and critique it, because I'm here to help you and help my brothers and sisters to stop being killed. And you got to ask yourself, why did you take this job? Did you take it to serve and protect, or you take it to be take your white superiority and demasculate and talk down to brothers? You ask yourself that. Is what my father said and grandfather said. Is that really the truth? And I hope you ask that cop in Virginia, you never get another job in law enforcement. Not even crossing kids, not even being a crossing guard. Don't have a badge or nothing. Again, this is real talk, being transparent and keeping it real. Because I love law enforcement. And I love my law enforcement brothers that's out there doing the right thing and the right job. But y'all cowards out there getting y'all rocks off, disrespecting a lieutenant that's in the Army serving our country. Because he believed in this country and he believed in you. And you let brothers and sisters in law enforcement down, that officer in Virginia. I love to come to y'all academy in Virginia and talk to y'all. I scared the shit out of y'all. I'll make you quit the academy if I was speaking to one of y'all blocks. If you a coward ass cop, a recruit. So again, this is constructive criticism. And again, if you want to learn something, LieutenantJohnDay.com. Order my book if you want to hear the truth. Y'all take care. Peace.